Hello everyone, this is Lyle bringing you another video about Albion Online. Today I want to talk about the market, something I have a love and hate relationship with as of right now, but I'll get into that more of that later into the video. I want to actually be showing you guys what's been happening in the market as of right now in Albion Online. A few days ago, these transport auctions were worth 60,000 silver pieces, and now they're down to 4,000 silver pieces. I don't want to talk a little bit about that. So that has something to do with the supply and demand of the game. So when the game first came out, not many people had access to the auctions, so they were very rare, and you could sell them for 60,000 silver pieces, which is, I believe, 5 times more than the original cost that you could buy them from the NPC on your island. So whoever was selling those were making bank. However, they were also giving up their ability to use that ox for the first day or so, because you can't actually have more than one unless if you bought several ox to grow, which is possible actually now since I think about it. But things like that, transport ox, the different prices of that all get put into supply and demand. At that time, the ox, there was only like one or two of them on the market at times. Like I think I saw like up to 3 of them at one point, but I can't even be sure of that. And they were all being sold over 50,000 silver pieces. Now if you go into the market, you can get several pages full of them, and you see that they're all being sold for almost less than 4,000. If you go further, you start getting above 4,000, but no one's gonna really buy those for a while. So you can kind of see the supply and the demand in that. You can see it in the copper. I was just actually looking at copper bars are worth 4 silver pieces. However, copper ores are worth 5 silver pieces. This just kind of shows the supply and demand of that as well. Even though that they're very similar in pricing, you can just tell that something that should be worth less, according to an NPC, is actually worth more because of the experience it can give. This is just one illustration of supply and demand, that something's valued higher because it gives more. I also kind of want to talk about the deflation of items as well. As you guys can tell, everything's been dropping in price, and I don't think that's gonna. I think that's gonna keep continuing for at least for everything under tier 4 and under. Just because everything tier 4 and under is so easy to craft that tons of people are going to have that on the market. I think they did a pretty good job at trying to combat that. However, there's just no way to officially all the way combat that, because you can like spend armor into learning points, and that's how you can learn really fast for doing your crafting. But if you can also sell it as well, people will choose that option. They do give an option. They do have that nice little equilibrium that will be able to be reached. However, it's gonna be one of those things where everything under tier 4 is gonna be worthless soon, or at least worth very little. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about how you guys should sell and buy things, or buy and sell, however you guys want to say it. This is where my love and hate of the game comes in as of right now. I've been talking about the supply and the demand, and I've been buying things for way more than what I have now, from what they're being sold for now. So it's one of those things where it's like, I bought an ox for 10,000 silver pieces, and now it's only worth 4,000. I've lost 60% of that value. But it's one of those things at the time I would value it at 10,000 silver pieces. So I still think it's worth it, but it's annoying now looking back at it. So when you sell things, don't ever sell things to the sell orders unless if it's like a higher tier item. But when you sell things like raw resources or refined resources, you're probably going to be selling them for dirt cheap, so don't do it. Do not sell your items on the sell orders unless that they're higher tier items. Just don't do it. Stay away from it. Be patient. Just be patient. I beg of you. You can get more out of them. Always look at the marketplace that you're at. See what items are being sold at. So let's go ahead and see what steel's being sold at. Oops, let's go ahead and actually make sure I'm typing into it. So steel bars are worth, the lowest that they're worth right now is 119. So when you go ahead and sell your steel bars, when you go ahead and sell your steel bars, don't ever just put at 118 unless if you realize how much of something's being sold. On this one, they're being sold. It's being sold at 777. So if you need it within a day, I would probably you probably wanted to put it at like 118. However, if you can wait like a day or two, you can put it. I would say never go above 10% of the lowest asking price, because people will eventually keep putting theirs up for a little bit lower, a little bit lower. But never go above 10%. But put it around like 5 silver pieces. I put out 124. Put it below the third guy, but higher than the second guy. Eventually that will get sold. But you also have to keep track of it as well. Like I said, prices do fluctuate, so it might dip. Don't panic if it dips in price, because people will buy that and then it will go back up in price. So don't be afraid of dips in prices. Don't be afraid don't be afraid of dips in prices. Unless if it's a permanent dip, like this is a tier 4 item, so it could just keep going lower and lower. You have to keep an eye on that. Also, that's how to sell. Just kind of keep it low, but don't put it too low, because you won't get as much money. Just be patient with it. Also, when you're when you're buying, it's kind of like the inverse of it. Go ahead and put sell orders out there. This is an opportunity to be able to save money. I know I just said don't sell anything on sell orders, but this is your chance to buy things with sell orders. You can get them for dirt cheap. It takes a little bit more time, but it's worth it in the long run. Go ahead and put those sell orders, those buy orders out, and wait. It's totally worth it. You save some money on it. The only thing you lose is time. Unless if you need it right away, go ahead and try those buy orders. Everything takes a little bit more time doing it this way, but you will maximize your profits and make the most efficient use of your silver. I also want to quickly hit up the black market as well. The black market is kind of a cool idea that Albion Online did. When you go and fight creatures of the night, mobs, the creatures of the night, all of that, they actually drop items, and those are all items crafted by players in the game. There's black market, I believe, it's in the middle of the Royal Continent. This place right here. I'm probably gonna pronounce it wrong, Carolone. But there's a black market merchant in there, and he buys things with buy orders, and any mobs that have the chance of dropping that specific item could potentially drop your item if you sell to him. It's kind of a cool way around this idea that mobs have infinite amount of items. In this game, they actually don't. It's a really cool idea that they implemented into this game, and I want to see how it works out and how well it functions. I'm actually kind of excited to see that, seeing how much they sell stuff for. Alright, also, guys, this is going to be when I'm going to be stop talking about the game, the market. I'm going to go ahead and kind of talk about the channel as of right now. The channel is going to be taking a little bit of a different turn than I first expected it will be. I'm going to be making more of a script from now on, at least for the next few videos, so that I don't just ramble and it's actually has a point to the video. So that will be a really cool little update to the channel. I also will be working on the art channel as well, trying to get that updated and not look so meh. So that's gonna be fun as well. I also will be working on more of the editing as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put much editing into this video. I'm really far behind on today's video, just due to the new scripting, and I did update my thumbnail for this video on previous videos. So hopefully you guys like that thumbnail. Let me know in the comment section. And I think that's about it. If you guys could leave a like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. Or don't. That's totally up to you. But thank you for staying this far into the video. Have a great day and peace out.